evening. Let me just adjust the camera. Good evening, YouTube. This is Neil de Beer. Hope that you are well and that you can see me. And it's 2 minutes to 8. Hell of a long day. I'm just going to activate all the other platforms. But goeienaand, molweni, salam, shalom, all the good things. I'm just going to quickly, what a hell of a day. So much to tell you. And we're going to go just live on TikTok at the moment and on Facebook. So hope everybody is there. Good evening to my stunning, hello, molweni, salam, shalom, namaste, goeienaand. To everybody on my TikTok platform, this is your stylish and favorite politician. If I'm not, I really don't care. I will still love you. So to everybody on Facebook, hello everybody there. I've got Facebook, I've got TikTok, and I've got YouTube. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody has had a good week until now. And we are but midterm. We are just halfway through it. Klein Saterdag, small Saturday. For me, it's been one hell of a busy week. And, sometimes when our group posts my picture or does a video, some people comment and say, but I look tired and I've got rings under the eyes and I look if I need rest. Mense sê ek lyk 'n bietjie moeg, hulle sê ek moet 'n bietjie rus kry. Want ja, ek is moeg. I won't lie. I don't lie in any case. So, in Xhosa we say, ideniwe nomslanje, udeniwe matlabane. So, yeah, I'm a little bit tired, but it's fine. I hope that you all are well. I hope that you've been well. And it's your Wednesday, half an hour, brief with your favorite politician. I hope so by now. If I'm not, if you disagree with me, it's okay. Toba moyo, hang on, stadig die ossewa, doesn't matter. At least you'll get some truth from myself so that we can understand where we're going from and where we are going to as a country. So to all the UIM supporters, to all the United Independent Movement people, members, a very good evening to you. And yes, a very special day. Why? Well, we made history as a small party again today by taking part in our by-election. So we had a by-election today, Swartland area. For those that don't know where it is, it's ward number 7, Wijksraad number 7, Swartland, which is in the Malmesbury area. So just outside Cape Town, about 30, 40, 50 kilometers in the Swartland. Very much an agricultural place, very much a small area, but a vast amount of farmers that supply our food and supply our future to make sure we've got food security. So we were there today. I was with our candidate, and may I send a huge message of congratulations. We haven't won yet. Whoa. The results will only come out tomorrow morning or later tonight. So we're holding it. We pray that we will have a good result in Swartland. And I want to send a very special message live to our candidate, Marlon Twitter. Marlon, you are an unbelievable human being. You are an unbelievable community leader. And yes, like me, you're not a politician, but you got up and you decided to lead. So on Marlon Twitter in die Swartland, ons kandidaat vir daai tussenverkiesing vandag, was goed om julle daar te hê. It was good to be on the ground. It was good to go walk with the people. We've sent some pictures, and it's good that leadership goes meet better leadership and meet the people they want to lead on the ground. Not the office. Op die grond, my broer. Kapiteer, kapitekkie, kapie grond. So yeah, we're holding thumbs. We're going to see what that result is later today. And to all the people, all the teams of the UIM that were there today, to my vice president, my VP, jou lekker ding, Fatima, thank you for coming with us. Thank you for spending the day. And it's been a long day, but we went through it, and I'm happy that we are here. So, hi, Jeff. Shalom. And on Friday, Shalom Shabbat. Guys, let me quickly tell you what we are talking about tonight. But as usual, my comment on 2 or 3 very specific matters before I get to the subject, which we will get to. Vanaand wil ek net gou 1 of 2 of 3 goed met julle deel. I'd like to share this with you. Mamela, Matabane, Mamela, Nomslaja Oteta. I'm talking to you. If you're going to talk in public and you're going to make public statements and you're going to utter things that you call history, beware that you know your facts. Beware that you know what you are doing, and beware that you know where you are coming from. Politics is politics. I'm only in politics now 2 years, but I understand geopolitics and I understand the world. I've traveled it enough, I've moved around enough, and I have done enough. The grey beard tells you I've really done a lot in my life. One thing I don't do, I don't go out there and talk rubbish. I don't dare go on a podium and spew rubbish so that I can get a feedback, so that I can stir the pot, so that I can create emotion, so that I can do something which is a lie. Now, the point is, if you're a politician and you stand on a stage and you talk to people, it will also depend on the people that you are addressing, how they will take what you are saying, either as a truth or as a lie. And I know that in general, politicians are being known to lie and do things, but not all. Not all politicians. Well, definitely not me, because the truth to me matters. Die waarheid vir my maak sin. You see, when you lie, you've got to remember it. But when you do the truth, it's a fact. You can't forget it. So what am I talking about? The lie. Well, let me quickly tell you, and tell you directly, because not that I give a damn if you see this or not, but this is a message to Julius Frikkie Malema, aka Red Jelly Dot. You're a jelly dot. You're not a commander-in-chief. Jy is nie 'n commander-in-chief se gat se werk nie. And here we go again, because you know that me and you don't get on, that me and you totally dispute many facts, and that you are just a stirrer of absolute rubbish. But I'm going to take you on tonight about something that I want you to be very clear I know a lot about. I might not know a lot, but I know a little bit. And I'm going to tell you about something you bloody absolutely don't know about, and that's rugby. You idiot. You idiot. You see, 1 minute you tell the Bokke that they're great, and the next minute you tell them that they're bad and they should be slaughtered as a Springbok and blah, blah, blah. I think you're bipolar. Either you are bipolar or you have OCD. Yin and yang. Because your day is not your night. You are now commonly known, Julius, as you were known before. Ne? You were known before. And what were you known to be? You're a skipper and you're a hopper. You're a liar. Yeah, you lie. You see, when you told the people when you left the ANC not out of your own accord, by the way, like me. I left because I wanted to. You left because you had to. But I'll never forget your statement to say you will never open a party, you will never start a political movement against the ANC. Well, you bloody lied. EFF, there you are. And then you come and you spew your rubbish for the past couple of years because your followers absolutely believe your rubbish, your nonsense, your obsolete gemors wat jy praat. So they're now used to your rhetoric and hopping up and down, and you're a cult, man. You are not a party, you're a cult. Yeah, you're a cult leader. Jy's 'n occult. Because what you spewed now on the height of the victory, I don't care. I don't care what your political point of view is, but there is no way in hell that any South African can deny that the Springbok, the Amaboko, the Springbok rugby team, the South African rugby team, that team unified this country, united this country more than what any politician or even you, Frikkie Malema, can do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You will never in your life be able to unify a country like Siya Kolisi, Rassie and Naber, and the rest of this team did. Black and white. And you, sir, you just absolutely proved yourself of being a substandard person with a lower IQ. You see, you're streetwise, but you're not clever. You're not clever. No, you're not. You might be wise and sharp with your tongue and brain, but you are definitely not wise, my young man. You need to get this. So when you went there and said that rugby is not a white thing, it's an African black thing, what were you trying to do? What were you trying to do? You see, I know what you were trying to do. You tried to divide us again. You see, we just won. We just celebrated. We just became the world champion. And you had to take your knife and start digging at a carcass that you created. Now, let me quickly tell you, it's called the William Webb Ellis Trophy because in a little town called Rugby, yeah, there's a town called Rugby, a young soccer player, William Webb Ellis, apparently picked up a soccer ball while they were playing and he ran with it. This is history. You see, Josie, hey, Julius, hey, Frikkie, you can get this on Google. Google. Just Google, where does rugby come from? It just pops up. So let me tell you from me to you, you failed, Julius. You absolutely failed. Because no one except the people that were standing there and looking at you for a t-shirt, for a bit of a meal and a cap were impressed by you. The rest of you, jy het jou naam solied en absoluut knater gemaak. Jy het jou naam gat gemaak. But you know it. You will know it because maybe one day when you find your conscience, you might also find your truth. So the absolute idiot of the week, idiot of the month, and it looks like idiot of the year remains the Ice Cream Award, the National UIM ice cream award for Idiot of the Week. Moron goes to Julius Malema. Daar's hy. Slow motion. And if everybody agree, let the hearts come, let the things happen. Stuur hom gou vir my. Loop hom, broer. Loop hom. Because there's no other beautiful picture that I would like to see than Julius Malema, one round of 60 minutes with Bakkies Botha. Then we'll show you where our rugby come from. Okay. Right. So we are now burying that. Springboks, Yahoo. Well done. And let no person in a red overall tell you where rugby comes from. It comes from the heart. It comes from the people. It just comes from us. Daar's hy. Rol hom. Well done, Bokke. See ya. We are at least behind you. Rassie, well done, and make it a triple. Olofberg. Right. Then the second thing is, how bad must this country's safety and security be? Hoe sleg moet dit wees? How bad must the crime in this country actually be? When a minister of transport gets a flat tire on her own roads, and while the bodyguards are fixing the tire, they get robbed. No. Mense hoor gou vir my. Hoor. Sorry. As dit nie so ernstig was nie, dan was dit 'n grap. Oh, hang on. The Minister of Transport gets a flat tire. The bodyguards of the Minister of Transport has to get out because her car, which is her transport, cannot transport her anymore because she's got a flat tire. So the minister, her protectors, her bodyguards, they get out to fix the minister's transport that is now not transporting her anymore. And while they're fixing her tire to transport the Minister of Transport, the people rob them. They rob them of their guns. So the Minister of Transport could not transport herself anymore, and the bodyguards who use guns to protect the Minister of Transport, their guns got stolen by robbers. I'm sorry. You can't, manne, boys, you can't make this up. There is not a hope in hell that a Hollywood producer can think a script that would read like this. I'm sorry, I humbly apologize. So mense, I'm telling you, if you don't have a humor in politics in this country, you would be dead. So I'm sorry, I'm seeing a picture, and I'm very happy that the minister and the bodyguards weren't harmed in making of this movie. Mali Alviet, I don't know. I think the world went, huh? Yeah. So only in South Africa can this happen. On a serious note, this is crazy. On a serious note, blue light brigades crash. More people get flat tires, lose their guns. If we can't even protect our cabinet ministers anymore, If we can't even keep our guns in our holsters while you're fixing a tire, no wonder you can't protect the country. So, sorry, you can't make this up. It's not possible. And every time something like this happens, we are the laughing stock of the world. No, but you're a joke. Ons is 'n grappie. But can you imagine the robbery taking place when she says, yeah, whoa, but I'm the Minister of Transport. We're trying to fix my transport. And then the robber says to the guy, give me your gun. He gives him the gun, but he's standing with a wheel spanner. No, but I mean, can you picture it? And then the minister calling her ministry, telling her that it's the Minister of Transport, but we need transport. This is pathetic. It's pathetic. And although I'm laughing, and although we are all laughing, it is crazy. Don't you agree with me? Stem julle nie saam met my nie? Dis malligheid. And that's what this government has become. It's become a banana republic. It's become a failure. It's become absolutely a laughing stock. And if people weren't dying because of this, if people weren't being murdered because of this, if people weren't losing their lives because of this, it would be a joke. But it's not a joke. If the minister with 3.4 billion, did you write that down, South Africa? Did you write it down? The South African government spends 3.4 billion rand. Kom ek sê dit in Afrikaans, 3.4 miljard. That's 9 zeros. 9 zeros. They spend on police protection. Did you hear that? They spend 3.4 billion rand a year on protecting the ministers. Not a million, a billion. For what? To fix tires? No, for what? Why do the ministers of this country need protection in the first place? For what? You're a minister of the people. You were voted for by the people. You are loved by the people. You are honored by the people. You are respected. Yet you need to have people around you with guns. I don't understand. And the one that has got the most, except for the president and the deputy president, is the minister of police. Bekkie, Tafeltjie, Stoeltjie, Cele. He has more police than an average police station. For what? No, man. No. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, you will now hear it from me. This is not identifying a problem. This is going to tell you how I and the UIM and its partners are going to turn this country around in 100 days. Are you ready? Are you ready? Is julle reg? Wil julle my 10-punt plan hoor hoe ek hierdie land gaan omdraai? Because this is based on another minister, the Minister of Finance, who's as bad as the Minister of Transport without transport, because he declared he's the Minister of Finance without finance. The Minister of Finance, in his interim budget speech 2 weeks ago, which I listened to, basically said that this country is bankrupt. The Minister of Finance said that the country is spending more than what it's getting in. Hy spandeer meer as wat hy inkry. And then he says that we've got to look at reducing spending. Wow, that's a Genius move. So let me quickly tell you, this is how I will fix this country. This is how I will fix it. And take a note, take a video recording, record this, because we will record it, and watch me. Next year, when we take government, or when we take as a charter, when we take as a code, when we take government to remove this government that is currently doing this, here's what we will do. Mr. Minister of Finance, here's a couple of tips for you. Okay? And you can use it. I don't care. Because I see there's other political leaders that look at my lives on Wednesday, and on Friday they say it's their idea. Was he dummy? We're checking what you're doing. Okay. But hey, I must be quite honored that you're using UIM matters to boost yourself. It means that at least when you steal our ideas, you're making it a fact that it's worth stealing. So we're not getting cross. The problem is you can't implement it, you copycat. Like Coca-Cola, I'll just tell you the 3 things, but 1 and 2, the other, I'm not going to tell you. So you will never get the taste of Coke in your bloody mouth. In other words, this plan, you can type it and read it, but we know how to put it in the ground. Okay, so point 1, I'm going to run through this. If you agree with me, please show this. If you don't, we'll ask you afterwards. Point 1, cut the cabinet. Wow. Yeah. Cut the current size of the cabinet ministers. Cut it by 3/4. You with me? Cut them, fire them, retrench them. This country under a UIM government will have only 20 ministers at the maximum. That's it. 20 ministers. That's it. We will cut them 3/4. They must retire. I'm sorry that we had to give you a pension because you bloody well don't deserve it. But daar gaan jy. We will cut the cabinet. We will then take the ministries in cabinet and we will amalgamate them and cluster them. That's right. Do you know the word amalgamate and cluster? That's what we're going to do. I'll give you an example. Under our presidency, under our government, there will be no Minister of Corrections, no Minister of Police, and no Minister of State Security independently. No, there will be a Ministry of State Security, Police, and Correctional Services. That's it. One minister on all 3 of those justice matters. That minister will have 3 deputies, and the reason why is because, where's Tabu? Where's Tabu? Where's Tabu Bester? You had Tabu. No, but we locked him up. You put him in jail. No, but you. And the ministers were going, we don't know where's Tabu. Because you see, the Minister of Police said, but we arrested him. The Minister of Justice says, but we sentenced him. And the Minister of Correctional Services from Tronka jail said, yeah, but we don't even know because it wasn't even us. You see, 3 ministers were taking us around and around, and not one of them took responsibility of finding Tabu. In my government, there will be no 3 ministers, there will be 1. And you will take responsibility from locking a guy up to sentencing him and to putting him in jail. You will take responsibility for all 3. That's it. There will not be a minister of corporate development and small and medium enterprise. No, there will be a minister of overall finance that will also be looking at foreign direct investment, expenditure of state, making sure the treasury works, and at the end of the day, making sure that small and medium enterprise and entrepreneurs in this country get the money. One minister making sure that this gets done, not 4 ministers. Gravy train, over. Are you with me so far? So we're cutting all of them. We will only have 1/4 of the cabinet left. That's point 1. So cut them. An absolute overburdened government with officials that are there for jobs for buddies, giving the people that are comrades that money. It's over. It's over. It's voorbij. No more jobs for brothers. It's gone. You will be making sure that we offload the heavyweight and we are fine lining. the government of this country by trimming it and making it sure that the cardio works. Né? En al die vetties, dan gaat julle. Net soos ek was al 150 kilos, ek's nou 90. We're going to drop the over excess of government. Klaar. And by the way, all your government cars, your Land Cruisers, your no. I think a minister would look in a Toyota Corolla. Why do you need a SUV? I'll tell you why you need an SUV, Minister of Transport, because your roads are buggered and you can't fix it. So you use a 4x4 of our money to get through your potholes. Nou hoor gou vir my, jou moer. You are going to get a Toyota Corolla. And if you can't drive to your places where you need to be with a Toyota Corolla because there's potholes, then you will walk. Ek gee jou sommer 'n donkie kar. Meh, dan gaan jy terug. We're going back to those days, yeah, where you said, oh, boom, boom. Yeah, that's it. If you can't drive on our roads like we have to, then you will walk. Okay, krijg jy 'n Uber. Dan gaan jy. And the Uber will be driven by a South African. That's right. Point number 2. I will be raising a 25% import and excise duty on everything that people bring into this country which could be manufactured in this republic. Did you hear me? Het julle my mooi gehoor? If you import a chicken from Brazil en jy steek hom met 'n bietjie water, pakak, né? En jy bring hom in die land in, dan gaan ek jou tax. Ek gaan jou moer toe tax. I'm going to tax you so much that you're going to maybe think, maybe it's not a bad idea to grow our own chickens. So anything which we in this country can manufacture in South Africa first, if you want to bring it in because you want to make a better profit or you prepare, no, not anymore. We are going to tax you. And when we take a tax excise duty, for example, on chickens, then the Minister of Treasury will take the 25% levied on your tax of import customs, and we will take 10% to government, and 15% of the 25% tax on poultry we will be putting back into the poultry business, and we will be creating more poultry farmers. That's common sense. Don't know why you can't count. So that's it. South Africa first. SA eerste. South African product first. Because maybe we will then be telling China, my China, you are not ruling my country. If you want to invest here, you will employ South Africans, you will use South Africans, you will use our products, you will then export and import on our terms, my China. Okay. South Africa first. You're a tight rock money. If I were you, I would now make as much money as I can, because in 2024, your gravy train is stopping of raping, pillaging, destroying, taking our people's equity. That's for by South Africa first. I'm not going to apologize. Klaar, fertig. Or in Arabic, khalas. All businesses in this country will be audited on a daily basis by a team of auditors that are going down to the ground. And I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. If you've got a spaza shop, if you've got a Shabin, if you've got a Somalian shop, a Pakistan, I don't care what shop, if you are not paying tax, I'm shutting you down. Did you hear me? I'm shutting you down. Ek gaan jou toemaak. Because you are not paying tax to this country's government that can feed our people. So when you know when you know what you want to know, but you don't know. So I'm going to make sure that there are teams of collection agencies that will go to all these shops. Some of them owned by foreigners. I don't care. If you are not contributing to the South African fiscus, ja, there's no nie 'n kus met vis nie, it's fiscus. In other words, the treasury, the pockets of this country, so that we can build the roads. You will shut your door, and if you fight us, we will deport you en masse. Xenophobic, tranophobic, don't care. Het jy my gehoor? I don't care. You will do business in this country and you will do it on our terms so that the benefit of the tax, the benefit of the profit that you make goes back to the people on the street. They must go back there. So you're going to get taxed. Maak myself reg because I see you only drive cash businesses. Ne? 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 I see you take cash. No more. If you do an honest day's work, no problem. But you must pay the king what is due. So while we are taking over government next year at the ballot box, we are going to turn these cash pipes closed. So if we fix the government situation, we fix the fraud and corruption, the looting and the capture, and we close that pipe from bleeding cash and money, and we create more taxable income, not by taxing the citizens more, but just collecting the taxes of the people that don't pay tax. Wow, common sense. Point number 3 is clear to me. Just hand over more money so that we can feed it, but don't steal our money. That's going to be the point. Point number 4, I will declare an immediate debt review reprieve on all citizens in this country that are currently critically under debt. Did you hear me? This is what I will do. The national government of this country will be dealing with all national banks, all banks in this country. Every single mainline bank will be called to the office of the president, the Minister of Finance, because we will have the correct one, and we will be immediately stopping the current flow of debt in this country of a normal citizen, where that person is drowning, is currently in debt review, has been sequestrated or liquidated on the basis that that person could not continue functioning their business due to the fact of COVID, due to the fact of a harsh circumstance of currently the equity that is growing and inflation, because of the fuel price that is spiraling. We would be sitting with all the banks and we will be working out a debt review process and a debt review on all current citizens that currently cannot make ends meet. We will then talk to those banks, and if we need to help them by funding certain parts of the debt so that these people can breathe, so that these people can actually get a chance, obviously there will be systems put in place. But a country that is in debt and a citizen that cannot get a bread on the table because of debt is not a country that is thinking wisely. So that is what I will do. You see, I will do that because I ran businesses that also went down. I suffered losses. But the problem is, if you've never run a business in your life, how the hell do you know how to help a business? So I will be declaring a 3-year debt review program. I will demand that banks give these people a breathing space on their debt, on their interest, recoverable after 3 years. Jy moet ons mense help om hulle terug te sit, want ons mense vergaan. As 'n man nie 'n werk het, kan hy nie kos koop nie, kan hy nie 'n kar koop, kan hy nie iets koop vir sy familie nie, en daarvoor kry ons nie inkomste op belasting nie. Help them to get back on their feet, help them to become economically viable, and then this country will become liquid, cash strong, and financially. We will be spending less and getting in more. This is called finance via common sense. Point number 5. I will declare an immediate agricultural relief program. 'n Landbou scenario waar ons hierdie mense, ons boere, onmiddellik gaan help. I will be spending a massive amount of our debt in this country, our current expenditure, I will be putting into farming into this country. For the first time under a new government, The farmers of this country, no matter what farmer you are, no matter if you're a black farmer or a white farmer, you're a farmer. And from now on, this government is going to do three things for you as a farmer, which has never been done. Number one, all the current back-ended debt on paying for your implements and paying for your growth, your product, your seeds, and everything that is needed. That means everything that a farmer needs at this current moment to make sure that they can farm. There will be a state grant and there will be a reduction on the tax payable on any one of those items as listed within your farming industry. This is what we will do. Number two, we are going to go into the farmers, we're going to go into the farming sector, and we are going to put up a special grant and stipend so that we can subsidize your product so that you can take South African products to the international market. This is common sense. So if you're a farmer that actually farms with sheep, we are going to make sure that in the world, in Dubai, in Saudi, in America, everywhere in Europe, that South African lamb will be served on the plates before they choose lamb from New Zealand or Australia or any other bloody place. We will make sure that we give you enough subsidy so that you can become, here's the word, Minister of Finance, economically viable. And not only that, but here's another word for our minister, our outgoing Minister of Finance, so that you can become, hang on, competitive. You see, if we can become globally competitive with our product, then the people will buy more of our product. And when they buy our South African lamb, our South African beef, our South African corn, if they buy South African, they are paying us in euro or in dollar, which means we are getting foreign currency into our country. Your common sense, eh? You produce in rand, but you sell in dollar. Now, the people that run small and medium enterprises in this country, you better put your ear, and if you're an entrepreneur like me, if you're an entrepreneur or you're a person that owns a small and medium enterprise, hear me? This is what we are going to do for you. We are going to, are you ready for it? We are going to, this is a UIM statement. If anybody else uses this tomorrow, tell them you're a copycat. Here it is. Are you ready? The United Independent Movement's policy to economic development in this country is easy. It's in one sentence. Are you ready? No more red tape, more red carpet. Het julle hom? No more red tape. We will be rolling out the red carpet. We will be cutting bureaucracy. We will be cutting methodology of keeping our investments to go directly to the people on the ground that want to run, build, subsidize their own businesses. This country, the future, hear me, the future of this country is not on big business, but on small and medium enterprise businesses, and the majority of them is on the heart of the entrepreneur. This country will become entrepreneur wise. Are you ready for it? No more red tape, red carpet. I will be opening in every province a massive institution where we will be directly financing, supporting, upskilling, training, and backing entrepreneurs and small and medium enterprise businesses en masse. Now you are saying, but the ANC is doing it. No, they're not. They are supposed to be doing it, but how the hell do you write a policy to support a business when you've never run one? And the only thing you've done is you've been a politician. So there you are, common sense. You start supporting the small businesses, you start supporting the entrepreneurs, they grow into medium-sized businesses, and then they become big businesses. Daar's hy. You just get the wheel going. Common sense. Because the more a business grows, the more a person employs. The more he employs, the more jobs you create. The more jobs you create, the more people you're putting bread on the table. And when you put bread on the table, you are giving something to the families of this country. Jy gee iets aan ons mense wat arm is. Dignity. Dignity. Our people don't want RDP houses. Our people don't want houses from government. They want jobs so that they can buy their own houses. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? Our people are tired of this. So here's another one, South Africa. Are you ready? No red tape, red carpet. And here's another one. You heard it here first. South Africa must go from aid. Are you ready? It's only one hand. If you take one hand away, we will be going from aid to trade. Yo. Whew. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Vat hom. Vat hom. Kom haal my. Moet ek kom weer sê my broer. Os, away. Do you want to hear that statement again? South Africa will be going from aid to trade. Aid to trade. Aid to trade. We will be fighting on the world market to get our dignity back, to be a leader of economies on this continent and in the world. We will no more be begging you for money. We will be trading you on an equal term, from aid to trade. Write it down. You heard it here first. Aid to trade. This government will immediately start massive provincial infrastructure contracts. No tender. There will be no tender. You will be appointed to run a project, no red tape, red carpet, on the basis of your skill, on the basis of your employment equity, on the basis of can you do the job, not get the tender and steal it. And all projects that are based on fixing roads, clearing the potholes, rebuilding infrastructure, building the schools, adapting the clinics, all of that will be South Africa first. Did you hear me? South Africa first. And if you've got an infrastructure project in Gauteng, then a man of Mpumalanga can't come and get the tender. If you've got a project in the Western Cape, only people that have got those companies that can do the job from that province will be streamlined to get that job. And if they can't do the job, then we will train them, upskill them, and they will get those jobs first. So actually, when you now go and you look at building a road in the Free State, then the people that are going to build that road, fund that road, operate that road are going to be from the Free State. That's it. We will be employing South Africans locally, direct. So that not only does the national fiscus grow, but the people that stay in provinces and then in cities, that those people get benefited directly, not by now going to a tender, paying a minister, and then getting the job and then stuffing it up in the first place and giving it out on a subcontract in any case. You're a tenderpreneur, jou gat gaan draai. It's over. It's over. This country will undergo a 3-year national job and skill census. Did you hear me? You heard it here first. We will be doing a national job and skill census. What does that mean? We are going to take the Department of Labor, which we are going to amalgamate with the Ministry of Infrastructure Development, Social Development, Small and medium enterprise and entrepreneur, that's one department. And what we will be doing is I will be having a job census in this country so that we can find out who are the people that actually are skilled, who are the people that currently can do a job, who are currently unemployed. And then what we'll be doing is there will be a national skills development and job department that will be putting you on a database, but a database that bloody works. And if you are a fitter, a turner, a diesel mechanic, an engineer, a plumber, a brickie, and an electrician, a sparky, if you are qualified and you are unemployed, you will go on a national priority job database where if jobs open, and they bloody will, because we will be rebuilding this country, you will be employed in that department. No more people with skills sitting at home. We are putting you back to work. This country will go back to work. We need to change our attitude. No more. You will not be getting a grant to sit on your ass. You will be getting a pay for the job that you do. That's it. Sounds bad, eh? I've got to work for my money. Yeah. You've got to work for your money. No more people standing on corners. You will be getting a job. I don't care what job it is, but you will be working in the morning till the night, and on night shift from the night to the morning. We are putting this country back into work so that we can restore your dignity. Did you hear that? Your dignity. You will be taking money home that you've earned, not that you went and begged. With immediate effect, within this 100-day fiscal turnover plan, we will be, with immediate effect, be scrapping BEE. Yeah. No more BEE. Because the black people in this country, who I supported in the struggle, who are not black people but South Africans, they are being not given the benefit of BEE or BBEE or BBBEE. Nou vra ek jou onder God se akker, hoeveel B's en hoeveel E's wil jy nog moer in een sentence? First, we started with black economic empowerment. Great idea. We didn't implement it. 12 people in this country became billionaires. Hey, Boetie, Mamela, no. Mamela, Boetie, o BEE, o Dololo. O BEE, apa umine, amang umal. Apa o constituent. Mamela matlabane, ayikho sebenza, ayikho wealth, poverty, nomhlanje. So BEE didn't work. Ulolo, Patrice, Cyril, Tokyo, they became billionaires. And the people on the ground are still poor today. So BEE, Murtu. Then what we said to each other was, BEE is not working. Let's put another B in there. Broad-based black economic empowerment. Because you made the stuff up with BEE. So you put another B and another E. And you thought that's going to make it change. No, it just got worse. So it didn't work on BEE. It's not going to work on BBBEE. And it's definitely not going to work on BBBBEE. Okay. So we will be scrapping BEE. And we will be now introducing, are you ready? Are you ready? We will be bringing in a new scenario called NEE. NEE? Ja, nee, verbeer. And NEE is National Economic Empowerment. So nee, verbeer. No more black economic empowerment, national economic empowerment. Why? Because the people that are currently in this country, every single one of us, are taking it hard. need a job, and need to be put back to work. Every citizen in this country, no matter white or black, will have a fair opportunity to be empowered in this country. And then lastly, very, very important, is we will be making sure that this country becomes attractive again. We will be making sure that everything that we lost during COVID, that everything that we lost because of looting, that everything that we lost because of the incompetence and the management of this government, that we will be taking back our country. But we will not just be taking back our country. We will be healing our country, fixing our country, and putting our country back where it belongs. The people that are trying to spread racial division in this country, the people that are trying to focus on radical attitudes of racial division, hear me well from a message from a politician now that has earned my stripes in 3 years. Hear me well on behalf of the United Independent Movement. To every political leader in this country that has tried to separate us, to every single political party who has tried to bring color back to a colorless society, this is my message to you. You will not succeed, you will not triumph, and you will not get it right to, at grassroots level, divide us anymore because of our history, the color of our skin, the religion that we have, or the right to be a true South African. You can try if you like. Jy kan probeer soos jy wil. Maar hierdie paar maande waar die Springbokke nie eers 40 manne nie, het teruggekom en 'n SIA koalisie sê, this was not a World Cup for rugby. This was a World Cup for the people of South Africa who dearly and truly needed good news and hope. Hope. I will end off there by telling you that the time is few, that we are nearing that time next year in a few months, where we will have the once in a lifetime opportunity to change the future of this country. No matter if you are a black, a white, a brown, or an Indian man or woman. It's time that you absolutely take a breath, look beyond your race, your past, and become a South African. Because we saw, even if it was again just for a few weeks, we saw what it could be when South Africans unite. Ons het gesien, man. Mamela, mamela, mamela mzansi. Amaboko boko nomhlanje. Apa unity unomhlanje ugomso. Yeah. I just said that the Springboks brought unity today and for tomorrow for this country. Thank you for listening to me, to my 10-point plan of cutting red tape and rolling out a carpet, going from aid to trade, and bringing dignity back. And the only way that we can do that is to make sure that we reset this country. Attitude defines altitude. Come now. Come now. Mamela Kabane. Mamela, hoor my. Let's get up. Let's rise. Let's unite. And let's change this country for my son, my daughter, and yours. May God bless you. May God look after you, no matter your God. If it is Allah, if you pray in the Jewish faith, or you say salam, or you say shalom, or you say goeiemorgen, it matters not. What matters is that you love our country. Remember, South Africa first, but God number one. Onthou, Suid-Afrika altyd eerste, maar ons God en Skepper altyd nommer 1. Thank you. Look after your family. Love yourself. Love your country. Until next week, Wednesday, same time, same place, same energy. And look forward to the Friday Fact, Vrydag Feit TikTok, where in Friday afternoon, I will bring you a certain opinion on TikTok, unfortunately exclusively, about something that is a fact and that is not a lie. Look forward to my TikTok viewers, your favorite stylish politician, Neil de Beer, loving you, loving all. Thank you for listening. I'm always on TikTok. Stay cool in our way. Look after yourself. Bye-bye. To my people on Facebook, wat kan ek vir julle sê? Thank you very much to every Stel. I'm seeing Katie, Robert, thank you very much. Thank you, Robert. We love that plan. Bernice, to the people I'm seeing here, Elizabeth, baie dankie. Elizabeth, baie dankie. Leslie, God bless to you all on Facebook, and see you very soon. And thank you for your love, your support. And yeah, we do love you with everything. Bye-bye, julle. Lekker bly. And then to my favorite people, I always say favorite. I lie. You are all my favorite. But to all of you on YouTube, thank you for always being there. I can see Everett Roos, Zenda. Hi, Zenda. Praat 'n bietjie met my môre. Talk a bit. Phone me. Paula, Spider-Man, the man. Sylvia, I can see Johan Badok. Is it John Badok? Okay? John, Rita, Griekse boertjie. Rita, what an amazing, amazing rusk and jam that you gave me again. Love you all. See you again and keep fighting. God bless.